Hello, chatroom. How's it going, folks? Welcome out, everybody. Okay. What's up, Frodo? Did you move already? No, pre-move. Although our internet should be fine. You pull any muscles? My back fucking hurt yesterday, man. I'll be honest. My back was... Now it's just packing boxes. Because, like... Hold on, let me put my light on. I've just accumulated so much junk over the years. But junk I don't really want to get rid of. And a lot of it's like, for years my brothers would buy me like books or board games and shit. Because they didn't really know what to get me. So they'd get me like nerdy board games, you know? Or do you get the guy that spends all his days playing games? You don't know what games he's playing. Let's get him board games, you know, that he won't have. Shit like that. And all the D&D books I've been sent, you know? Takes up a lot of space, and it's heavy as shit. I did not realize just how heavy all my books were together. I've got like 8 boxes filled with stuff. And that's before any furniture. So, we'll have a good backdrop in the new place, but my god. Heavy. Alright, 2 seconds. Let me put the green screen up. And then, what was the other thing? Got any help? Yeah, my parents have been helping me gather some shit. My brother's helping me with the move on Saturday. Which is good. But without doxing myself, where we live, we don't really have a parking space. So, luckily, I think my parents have a trolley for, like, boxes and stuff. Because there's a chance that we don't get a good parking space and have to walk fucking ages to get stuff inside. Do you give your dad some more things to carry? Yeah, he'll be able to do that tomorrow. Yeah, it's a good point. So, yeah, it's, it should be fine. I'm going down there tomorrow. Oh, sorry, I'm going there tonight. So I can pick up the keys tomorrow to help. And then Yaz is going to be... Jinx is going to be moving in tomorrow. I'm moving on Saturday. We should have the internet all good to go. I think tomorrow. Gulak, thank you so much for the 5 months. Library hell, yeah. But the internet should be good to go when we move, because I've looked at I was looking at, like, I called up the Virgin, the company we're getting internet with, and they were like, yeah, the previous place had a bunch of the previous, like, X amount of people have been using Virgin. So I think I should be able to get Sunforge going for Sunday. Because the first thing I'm really going to set up in the house is the computer and everything like that. It should be fine. The only thing that might not be is if I can't get a long enough Ethernet cable. But we'll see. I should be able to get it up and going, even if it's just makeshift for Sunday. Which would be awesome. If there's, like, no downtime, it'd be awesome. The the most fucked thing, and I'll show you guys in a minute, because I just need to make a screenshot. We got our little, like, apartment assessment today. And I'm going to show you something in a sec, chat. I'll win something like 5. I'll show you where. I won't spoil, actually. I'll remind myself. I'm going to write myself. I'm going to do something in about 10 minutes. I'll show you something from my apartment. You have to guess what it is. I don't want to spoil it. Just getting all the dailies up. Talking water per day. No, you'll see. I don't want to do it before. Like, we've only got 64 people here. I can do this bit again in like half an hour. But yeah, so big move happens this weekend. I should be all moved down on Saturday. Today's stream won't be that long because I do, like, probably only a couple hours because I do want to go and get a couple of things done before I go over to Jinx's. And then from there, we do it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. All right. I've got... And I'll talk about the drama today. That's all I've been seeing everywhere. It's GTA drama. Oh, I'm probably not going to play Grounded 2 today, chat. I was considering it at first, but the game's not loading still. I think I've got to, like, restart my PC. I didn't do that last night. I can't be bothered to do that during stream and stuff. Not for a short one. So we'll probably do some quizzy games and, like, mess around. If GTA was popping off at this time, I'd probably hop on. Oh, Snow's actually going to be addressing. Snow just sent a message saying, there's been some drama recently, especially regarding leaks and staff members. I'll be addressing it on my stream in 2 hours at Snow This Way. That's about when I finish. I'll raid into him. You guys can go and watch the drama live. I'd love to become a ghost to fuck with people. Yeah, that would be fun. I'll be honest with you, Frodo. I ain't involved in this shit. I don't know every ins and outs of this shit. No one keep me in the loop. But I will say this. It didn't seem that bad. I'll be honest. It didn't seem... It was a big build-up for, like... For a dev was a bit of a dick. And I like pretty much everyone all around, right? I have no issues with anyone. But it's kind of like a dev was a bit rude and a bit shitty. But like, I don't know. I know a lot of it. I couldn't care less. Yeah, I've heard through the grapevines and stuff. Got 10 pounds. Yeah. Kind of low heat. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The only thing that I would really disagree with that I saw was thrown around in this drama was, I know people were mentioning like Snow's mental health. I don't think people should be... No one's a fucking shrink. They're all GTA role players, right? I think that builds a false narrative. If Snow is stressed, then he's just stressed. Like a lot of people get stressed. You know, if he's really stressed out, he should take time off, but and take breaks. Also, it's his job. A lot of people don't get really a chance to take time off, especially if this is your like ongoing job. Taking time off for streaming, for example, fucks you. But I will say, like, you know, I don't know his mental state. And I don't think anyone should be presuming it. You know, I think presuming mental state is a really bad road to go down, because you're gonna start building a narrative that someone is mentally unwell and you're diagnosing someone without any credential. Just say the person's clearly stressed and probably does need a break, but maybe they can't afford to take a break. So just get an outlet. But I think the problem I saw with it when I was like, I avoided the drama, because I was like, this isn't a juicy one. I don't like seeing mental health thrown around as like a like unless Snow has said anything. But we'll see in 2 hours. Well, you guys will. I'll be packing. That doesn't feel as big. Yeah, and also I'll say this: so I don't like to see anyone get banned, for like small stuff, I should say, right? Yeah, I have to get away from this place. I have to move away. It's just too dangerous. Pruz getting banned's always funny. I think Pruz is great. I think Pruz hates me. Right? Because I'm like a boomer that keeps tormenting him whenever we play games together. He hates my shit, but I think he's funny. And I think he often walks himself into deserved bans consistently. Because he's a very easily influenced, like, young guy. Who misbehaves like a motherfucker. That should happen all the time. But no matter what happens, guys, I still won't be letting the British into the hospital. Because they don't deserve to come in. Well, I take that back. The Scottish, the Welsh, the Irish, they can. But, yeah, none of those English fellows. And maybe West Coast France can't either. Too close to London. Can't trust them. Got the NHS. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hospital, the sidewalk. Yeah. You're making me want to play again. You're making me want to play again today, but it's going to be quiet if I hop on, I guarantee. Really, the time I'm looking to end is the time that I should be getting on. But yeah, the whole drama thing is just, it was kind of a bit, I thought it'd be bigger than it was. Yeah, any memorable moments? I think so. Joe's lamp is gone. There's behind it. I'm on a green screen. Moose. Quiet means stricter enforcement. Although you won't never see it again, Moose, because I'm moving. Quiet just means less interactions. What's the movie, Gallo? Final stream in this place. Yeah. Pick up? I think we watched it. I remember seeing Eddie Murphy and something a while ago, though. Like months ago, I think. He hasn't watched this. Goat. Interesting. Yeah, Jinx was watching the Nintendo Direct. You have a trailer, man? Go for it. Yeah, she said it was awful. She spoke shit about anyone that bought the Switch to watch to play Mario games, but she said if they dropped a new Animal Crossing game, she'd buy one just for that. And I was like, you hypocrite. Those two games are hype. I got this tiny bit of hair there that's like not tucked in properly. It's pissing me off. Okay. Yeah, I need to, I'd probably get... Isn't that the whole MU deck thing? I don't know if that's legal. Let me get the dailies up. We'll do some of our dailies whilst we chat and chill. Once I move into the new place chat, the new villain campaign will be starting soon after. I'll be working on the revamp. Because I put the revamp on pause whilst I move. Who's this guy? Hey, Joe Fudge. Is it? Gallo is easy to set up. Check this out. Sepia. Yoink. What? How's Yoink not on the list? Boink. And Boink is. Grimy. Hold on, hold on. Fright. Oh no, Fright's too long. I'm trying to think if there's any that I can go... Right, no. No, okay. Frilled. Drill? It's a bit boring though, isn't it? And the reaction channel, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so you said drill. You got it wrong. That's Germany, because there's sausages on screen. Portugal. Dates, oats, flour, brown sugar, butter, bacon. I mean, United Kingdom's not a far guess. Okay, it is apparently. Canada. That's just the other United Kingdom. Flour, butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, cornstarch, milk, chocolate, cocoa powder, cream, gelatin, apricot jam. Netherlands. France. Belgium. Prince Regentento. Denmark. I did every country except for Germany. Did I get fucked by that? I got fucked by that. Cock. Okay, I literally drew a circle around Germany. Well, a semicircle. Damn it. Hmm. I know this, but I don't know it. I was on the right lines, right? I'm gonna... Is it just oh baby, baby, hit me, babe? Is that right? Hit me, baby, one more time. Is that what this is? What song is this? I was right with the Backstreet Boys, right? Why am I struggling? Na 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 na. And it feels so good. Up all night. Do you know what the problem with the song is? South Park has got into my head, and there's that finger bang. They sang a song that was like finger bang that was like this. That's three. Na 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 na, and it's it na na. Oh baby, na na na. Let me give it to you, baby, one more time. Is it one more time? I don't know. No, I'm excited. I don't know. It's a boy band, I'm pretty sure. No, wait, is it? Crazy, but it feels alright. Up all night. Is it up all night? Crazy. You drive me crazy. Is it that? Okay, that's what it was. Okay. That was pissing me off, that song. There's the only selection remembers the song too, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Yellow means it's the same artist? Holy fuck, that's good to know for the future. Oh, I didn't know that. I've played this for a long time, didn't know that. Lost in Translation. I've never heard of this movie. Is Jack Nicholson problematic? He feels like he should be. Do you know what I mean? Like, he feels like he should be. There we go. Yeah, there is. There it is. Yep. That one is really not surprising. Never. No. Come together. Is it come together? No, take my hand. No. Everybody, everybody. Come take my hand. Come take my hand. That's that song, right? Fuck off. No. I don't know. You know I'm there, and none will ever, and I'll be there, cause it never, never. Okay, 21? 21 would fit. TWENTY. Yeah, 21, I would guess. 21. Who's Britney seeking? A new music producer, hopefully. That sounded like shit. I thought it was Crimea River. And na every day, ba da ba ba. Let me play. Wouldn't it be called Shorty? Melody, maybe? Probably Melody. Okay. Apparently I'm getting all these words wrong. Let's see. Replay. What's this? Amy. What's this? Mirrors. What's this? I'm not afraid. Wait, hold on. What a shite song. I'm just gonna say that's a shit Eminem song. He should never go slow. I don't know what the fuck that is. What was this one again? How old is Ludacris? 13. Nope, doesn't fit. Okay, what's this last one I haven't listened to? No, I don't know who that is. Future. I know 13 does fit. Amy, chat, Jinx. I ain't gonna remember. I got 0 on this one. If you seek Amy, her voice sounds fucking awful in that. Is this a newer song? If you seek Amy. Yeah, she should have given up music. She should have given up music. Why is she still singing? It's old. No, but when I say give up, I think she should have given up at the year 2000. She sounds awful in this song. Why is it not loading? I like the song. Whiny. As I keep saying, if you seek Amy. If you seek Amy. If you seek Amy. What was it? Does it spell out something? If you seek Amy? If you seek me. If you're sick of me? Was better than Crossword? You told me you weren't going to be here today. If you seek Amy. If you see Amy. Yeah, you have to have an American accent for that, right? If you seek Amy. So if you fuck me. Okay. Chat. Have you seen The Naked Gun is doing really well in the cinema? Look at that. 91% from reviewers. I want to see it. Should we go and see it? 91%. Can we see it? Can we see both? Do you want to go both, Jinx? Do you want to do 2 in one day? Yes, and he's also just started dating Pamela Anderson, which is really cute. Wait, is Weapons out? We have to go and see Weapons 2, Jinx. All 3 on the same day. When does this come out in cinema? Next week? Oh, tomorrow. No, that's too much, yeah. Maybe we should see... What the fuck is Weapons? The one where all the kids go missing at one random point at 2 a.m. one night. Also, fair play to the girl in that. She's in 2 massive hits that come out this summer. Solid Marvel movie. Dude, just say it was amazing, because Jinx doesn't want to see it. No, we're going to go see Fantastic Four. We'll see all 3. Jinx, I want to see a Marvel movie in the cinema again. I miss that kind of fun interactivity of it. And this is going to be the last good one until Doomsday. You liked it more than Superman? Okay. I don't mind waiting on Superman. Go by yourself? Okay, I'll go by myself. Okay, I'll hold you to that. I'll go by myself. You wait until the film that you really want to see in the cinema. I like Superman way more. Oh, shit. Bring chat? No, because Marvel might bring a lawsuit. But yeah, it's cute, right? He's dating Pam Anderson now, little cutie. When does Doomsday come out, chat? We'll take the risk. Like, what's the Marvel slate right now? So Ironheart just came out. Don't really care about Ironheart. Fantastic Four. I don't really care about them that much, but I just wanted to see something fun. Is this a movie? No, this is coming out on the Disney Plus. Okay, fine. Marvel Zombies. That's quite fun. I'm interested to see what they do with Marvel Zombies. Because they already did the miniseries, so I'm wondering what they do. Oh, they did the couple episodes. Yeah, it's... Marvel on after Endgame's tough. Wonder Man? What the fuck is Wonder Man? That's a lie. Trying to have a new suit? That's quite a cute idea, but... Okay, Daredevil again. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And then Doomsday is meant to be next year. Jinx, it's on our duo birthday. Why is that a thing? What do you mean? Why is that a thing? Jinx, it'll be awesome. We'll go see Doomsday. Unless our reaction channel does really well. If our reaction channel does well, Jinx, we can't go to cinema anymore. Endgame was the last I saw and didn't enjoy it that much. Oh, Endgame was one of the best experiences in the cinema for me. Yeah, we're going to do like a film TV reaction channel on YouTube. I thought Endgame was unreal. Infinity War and Endgame were both 10 out of 10 movies to me. Endgame wasn't as good as Infinity War. I think it was as good. For me, it was just as good, if not better at parts. Velxir, thank you so much for the 48 months. I appreciate the hell out of that, man. Yeah, Jinx, you have to go and see it. Hey, you better hope the reaction channel does well then, Jinx, because if it does, then this is just... We're going to look at this and be like, yeah, we'll see this in 3 months afterwards. Kimco, thank you so much for the 2 months. Thank you very much, pal. Velxir, thanks so much again for the 48. Somewhere fun? Yeah. All within England still, but a nice little place. I want to show you something, chat. No, 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 no. You owe me. You made this agreement. There'll be a movie that you want to see in the cinema that I couldn't give a fuck about, Jinx. Let's bear in mind, okay? What movie are you looking forward to? We Cast Them Off Heroes? Really? Have they said that anywhere? Are you sure you're not just reading random hype? Maybe it all takes place over... Those seasons all take place over one summer. It was reported? When? New X-Men. New X-Men makes sense. A reboot? Yeah, I mean, X-Men's going to be their new focus, right? Let me see. Every MCU cast not in Doomsday. Tom Holland, Ryan Reynolds. Wait, are these two not going to be in it? They'd better put those two on it. That'd be stupid not to. The Hulk's not going to be in it? No, he will be. Surely, because don't they have footage of him? X-Men makes sense because they didn't really have them in... That makes... Of course you're going to recast the X-Men. Iron Man's an interesting one. Well, Captain America... Well, they've already just got a new Captain America, though. The debut of Gay Hulk. Well, Doomsday should be good. I reckon Doomsday's going to be solid because it's made by the Russo brothers. Yeah, there you go. I have to go and see the new Avatar, Jinx, because of you. I wouldn't go and see that shit in the cinema. Yeah, there you go. That's your Fantastic Four. No, I wouldn't. I skipped the last one in the cinema. I'll be honest with you. I nearly fell asleep during The Way of Water. It's pretty, but it's fucking boring. It was boring as shit. It was really, really boring. He's not worked, though. Captain Four did really badly. Yeah, I suppose so. Jinx, I wouldn't have gone and seen it. I promise you I wouldn't have gone and seen it. Going to keep people certain some secret. That's true. It's Hotel Hell. I mean, it's very pretty. And Avatar was worth seeing in the cinema, but I'd already seen everything pretty in Avatar 1. I didn't need to see Avatar 2. Yeah, where are those leaked images? Dude, you know what? Chat was saying this the other week. I have a parasocial, like, pride towards Eben Moss Baccarat because he's so good in The Bear. Good for you, man. It's like seeing the kid from Stranger Things, Joe, whatever his name is, do well. You know? Does he do a good job as the thing? Oh, is he in Andor as well? Oh, yeah, of course he is. Yeah, where's those images? They were good. Loot. Is it this? Yeah. These are them. These were awesome, chat. Can I do this on? They came and said they weren't official. Are you sure? That might be bullshit because they were copyright taking down the people that did it. He was in The Punisher, was he? But this is what made me hyped about these images. If they prove to be real, is the medieval shit. Like she's got a sword, and then you've got Doctor Strange in his like fucking gallant gear, the Invisible Woman, Kid Richards, whatever the fuck is called. Like everyone has gone back to like medieval, feudal times. Oh, he was the only NSA guy? Really? Let me see. Curtis Hoyle. Oh, that was him! Oh, he was great. They could be lying. They could be lying. They could just be lying. I feel like they might be lying. Just looking at how good the quality is on these and what they're kind of doing, I feel like they're full of shit. Hog Village, yeah. Sick, right? It goes all medieval with it. It's sick. Black Panther looks sick. The Young Avengers, all with Chris Pratt and Wong, sounds awesome with that little fucking weird thing on the right. Will be funny as shit. Rejected version of the film. That's true. But if they don't put that little floating shitty dude in, I'm gonna be pissed. That one does have a signature, yeah. So I wonder what that guy says. Mushk Rizu. How the fuck do you... What's his name? I wonder if you can search the name and see if there's any connection there. Is that actually... Yeah, that's what it looks like to me too. Let me search this name, see what he's associated with. She literally works at the company. Does the R-Star seem to match? Good point. Let's see, concept art. Let's see if she's got any other things. You want to go to art station? Good idea. Wait, did she draw this one as well? I feel like it fits. Potentially, I feel like they might just be lying. And they might have changed some stuff up since then. I think it'd be a smart idea to release concept art early. I don't know why marketing's got so shit nowadays in films. Like, you've got the biggest lull in Marvel history. They're literally, like, being mocked now in the same way Star Wars is. Disney is invested in bringing back their brand. Do some fun marketing. Drop one concept art and be like, hey, it's too early for, way too early for trailers, way too early for anything, but just a little tease. That shit's exciting. This is her art. If you look at that, look at the faces on that. This is her art for sure. Right? So does she release other ones on there? So it's whether it's being applied to anything. You really heard about Black Panther 3? Well, they always do success. They're always quite successful, right? Cool. Chat, I want to show you so. Hold on. Look at this. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, no, it did insanely well. Box office 860 million on a 200 to 250 budget. Yeah, that's of course they're excited about it. It's a very successful movie. Kipsis, thank you so much for the 33 months. I appreciate the hell out of that, man. Yeah, this is of course they're excited. That's big money. That's big money. Kipsis, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Right to fast? Yeah, but that's like... it's like saying... Infinity War didn't do as good as Endgame. But you're still talking about, you know... I think it's the wrong words to use. Because it still does better than 90%. Like, let's compare this to... let's look at Thunderbolts. Yeah, look at Thunderbolts. Half. You know? And then what else what's been a big movie since I'm guessing Spider-Man Far From Home did really well. Budget accounting for promotion? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It usually does. Like 800 is your budget does include that. 800 million is a massive success. I mean, look at Superman. Right? Superman 2025. Oh. 225 510 so far, right? And this is their big front runner. Yeah, this will include marketing budget. Marketing will account for about 50% usually. That's of course, yeah. Of course, they're excited for Black Panther 3. Wildly successful, 800 and something million in box office. In fact, it's probably the best film they've. What Marvel movies have come out since? What movies have come out since? Okay. How did Love and Thunder do? Worse. Not much worse, though, but worse. Miss Marvel did terribly, right? Oh, that was the miniseries. Okay, on. It was the Marvels, right? Eternals obviously did terrible. I'm guessing this did over $1 billion. Yeah, nearly 2 billion. Oh yeah, what did Guardians of the Galaxy do? But obviously they're not going to hype that if that did well because yeah, they did very well. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course they're going to be excited for Black Panther. It was one of the like 7 films they released. Yeah. Of like the 7 films they released, it's one of like the 2 or 3 that actually did incredibly well, and one of them was partially Sony with Superman. So they, with Spider-Man. So it's like one of 2 movies that have actually done really, really well for them. Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm sure that did really good. Yeah, 1.3 billion. Yeah, they're not going to hype up Guardians because they don't want to hype up James Gunn right now. I mean, as much as I like James Gunn's move over to Superman, and there's Zack Snyder fans, Man of Steel, shitting on the amount of money that it made, because this one beat it, right? This definitely had more hype around it, because it was Superman coming back for the first time. But it is only 5-10 million. That's good, but it's not... I wonder how DC feels about that. I wonder how DC feels about this. Because that is not... I mean, it's probably a fine opening for them. But I'm sure they wanted to do... I'm sure they wanted to do better than that. Well, they're calling their thing Gods and Monsters. Only 700 million. That makes sense. I mean, reality is you'd probably want to get close to your Guardians of the Galaxy 3, building off that hype. Yo, Dodger! How is it going, Miss Dodger? I saw you were playing Golden Idol. I'm pretty far behind on those. How was it? Was it fun? I mean, she's probably AFK. She's probably going to rush off to give a chicken a wasp nest. Thank you, Dodger. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing? Didn't you let me answer? Yeah, she's fucking not here. She's gone. What the hell's the point? Hey, Diggs. If you watch the film, you can see why certain people really hate it. I can't believe this. I wish she'd come in sometimes. Just say hello whenever she raids. She just raids and just drops it. Doesn't even stick around to say hi. Hey, Dodger. We're comparing like all of the Marvel movies and looking at like... It's good? Good. Thanks for coming in, bud. Please go and watch my friend Dodger, everyone. She was playing Golden Idol. She plays all different varieties of games. Literally, if you want to discover new cool games, go to Dodger. She's playing, like, her and Tomato, the 2 I know that play the most variety. We were comparing all of, like, the prices of... Why is it... Wait, hold on. I've got 100 Greatest Rock Songs playlist playing. Why is it playing Jessica Malboy Automatic? Let me throw on a different tune. Stop. How do I reset this? Don't shuffle then. No, of course. New Superman had some bits that were as disappointing as Henry Cavill and how they treated the character and his backstory. Well, that's I've got. I'll be honest with you, right? I don't think people really care about the lore until after they come out. I think the majority of people that are going to go see Superman are not the people that really discuss it online. Right? I really like that game too, Reggie. I think the vast majority of people aren't the people that watch the YouTube videos about comic book characters, etc. The vast majority of Marvel fans and DC fans and all these kind of comic book fans just go to watch the latest movies if they've been hyped and advertised and marketed well, right? Most people don't give a shit. Yeah, most moviegoers and show watchers, exactly, right? Most people do not care about the lore of Superman before going there. They might go there and go, what? That was a bit silly, right? Like with Man of Steel and stuff like Snyder, stuff like that. A lot of it comes down to, like, their marketing is so important right now. You think word of place has I disagree with you. I think word of mouth is less important than it used to be for the vast majority of film history. Here's why. Until 2005, the vast majority of marketing was done on televisions and word of mouth. In fact, marketing budgets have gone up. You've got a bigger market now, and you've got a very saturated market of Marvel and DC and all these movies. I don't think, like, genuinely, I think this is a pocket nerd group right now. Like, Schwifter, you're clearly, and I don't mean this as an insult, you're clearly a comic book nerd. That is the vast minority of people going and watching Marvel and DC, right? People don't give a fuck. Most people just want to go and see a fun movie. They like the characters. They like seeing that kind of stuff. They take the kids. They go and see it with their friends. They just think it's fun. Superhero fatigue is really real. Meaning you have to nail the marketing so much more. Right? Superman had decent marketing. So I'm wondering what the big mistake was there. Is it the time? Is it the fact that did the trailer not like hit out how right? Our people just don't really like Superman as much as they like some of the other characters because they've had years of building up to Marvel, and Superman hasn't really given them the hype. It's done well, but we're discussing it as like the other movie that James Gunn made was Guardians of the Galaxy 3 a year ago, a few years ago, sorry, and that did 800 and something million. About politics thing. Well, you're just talking about the American market, though. most people in America don't give, like, most people who are going to go and see the movie do not give a shit about James Gunn saying that Superman's an immigrant, right? The Republicans, most Republicans come from the smaller section of America and don't really have any massive impact. The people that care about that stuff. I think genuinely DC is just going to struggle to try and keep up with I think DC's going to struggle to keep up with Marvel at the moment, especially with the Doomsday stuff coming back. And I also think they made a mistake maybe casting that guy as Superman. I think if they'd cast a more star-driven actor, they might have done better. But you're saying they've discussed. These are all just reports, the speculation, right? The vast majority of Americans would agree that Superman's an immigrant and would find that silly. In comparison to Fantastic Four, yeah, I think they just didn't put enough into their marketing as well. You know, they should have really pushed this as this is the new age of superhero. I think they really struggle with their marketing. Guardians of the Galaxy established trust. That's true. More people willing to go and see it, right? Because it's the end of Marvel. But at the same time, sequels are tough to kind of put out. Yeah, last several DC stuff is trash. And I think Superman's kind of a mocked hero. Oh, I see. The backlash against America. Oh, I see. I thought you meant within America. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I also think that people have developed enough investment in Marvel that they'll go and see stuff like that. I'm really curious to see the Man. Yeah, weird. I need to go and see it. That's also true. Yeah, it's a strange one. I like it's done well. Don't get me wrong, it's done well. But bear in mind, this is their Iron Man. This is them basically saying we want to make DC movies. It's done well, but really, let's be honest. I think they were trying to push to like 700 to a bill. So we'll see. We'll see what they do afterwards. But yeah, I'm not really sure why. Kind of done us to here is actually good. Yeah, people are really just burnt out. Still time to get there. I don't think we're going to see 200 million in the next couple of weeks. You might see another 50 mil. I reckon this ends at 5.8. Yeah, DC's got a lot of building to do, I guess. What's a DC movie that would do better though? Batman again, maybe. But what's going to be a good like big? I don't know. DC's in a tough space. You know what I mean? Suicide Squad, yeah, a lot of people really like Suicide Squad. And the good thing about Suicide Squad is it has main actors that push it really well. But I actually don't think the Superman story matters, Shrifter, for box office. Two Batman is going to be messy. I agree with that. I think the vast majority of sales that come from it, people just want to go and see something fun in a cinema. Here's a case in point. Avatar's advertising. Everyone agreed that Avatar's story was pretty naff. It's pretty crap. But everyone said it's a visual masterpiece. And then everyone saw it. And this, by the way, chat, this is not me talking about, like, the quality of the movie. It's not me talking about, like, if I like Superman or don't like Superman. I think the Superman character is boring. But I actually think it's quite wholesome. Like, I actually like there's a shot in the trailer, because I haven't seen the movie yet, where he saves a little girl and he puts his back into the thing. I think that kind of stuff's quite sweet to watch. But, they can't do Batman? Well, no, they're doing a new Batman. I think they're going to do Batman in the next couple of years. Not these you. No, they're doing the second Batman movie from Pattinson, but then they're casting and making a new Batman in the next few years. Next couple of years. I know. No, Shrifter, I'm going off of James Gunn's word here, not even just like a random report. James Gunn said this. They're replacing Batman soon. They want things to move fast. For Countless Dark, DC's now shifting to a light tone. Which is smart. You kind of need to compete with the tone that was in Marvel. Have they said who's playing Wonder Woman? I think Harley and Ivy and Catwoman could do well. They just need to... Harley does well. If they did a Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy movie as a combo, I think that would do well. Pick a lane and stick to it. Well, I think this is them picking the new lane, right? The new lane is them going lighthearted. That's why they brought James Gunn on. I think DC realized Snyder's movies were not working. Like, what did Justice League do? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. For your big Avengers movie, you got 660 on a 300 million budget. That's bad. I mean, it's still a success, but it's not good for your big movie. Not your competitor to the Avengers. Teen Titans movie. Yeah, I think they've now changed the Justice League cut was better. See, Shrifter, this is where I know that we're going to be disagreeing massively. I thought that was the biggest trash shit fire I've ever watched. I thought that Schneider cut was some of the worst movie making I've ever seen. I hated it. I'm so glad that Snyder's not in control after watching that crap. Because seeing all the fans push for that damn cut to come out and watching on HBO in 4 parts made me realize that Zack Snyder is not a very good director. I hated that movie. The whole idea of it will fix everything, and you watch and you realize if you are not good enough to tell that storyline, which, best be fair, there is no such thing. Like, all of the movies have a very, very surface level storyline. If you can't tell the Justice League storyline in a single 2.5 hour to 3 hour movie, I don't think you should be writing this stuff. I don't care if it felt like the cartoon. If that felt like the cartoon, I never want to watch the cartoon. I hated that cut. I hated that cut. That cut was one of the worst movie trash fires I've ever watched. I hated it. The editing was terrible. Yeah, Rebel Moon. Oh my god, the editing in that the extended cut was terrible. I am not surprised the theatrical version was the way it was, because they were right. They were absolutely right. They were right. They were right about Snyder. Snyder was a mess. He just convolutes things. He convolutes things way too much. I mean, I'm sure James Gunn does too. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was a messy plotline, but when you go and rewatch it, it's very good. I'm sure the same thing happens to Superman. But goddamn, I can't sit here and defend Snyder's Justice League cut. I hate it. And I went in hyped. I was like, do you know what? Maybe they fix it. But it only got 660 minutes. So yeah, I imagine, actually looking at this, they're probably quite happy with the new Superman. They're probably quite happy. It's done less than Justice League, but it has it's probably going to profit more than Justice League did. And Justice League was their big, big movie. Army of the Dead. Adam Warlock, yeah. You can just focus on Superman. James Gunn's best work right now is probably Peacekeeper. He's very good at writing characters. The reason they hired James Gunn is because his movies do well on Marvel, and he's so good at colorful, light-hearted storytelling with like emotional moments. Yeah, Super was good. Since I was a kid. I liked Snyder when I was a kid. 300. Actually, Watchmen's Snyder's best superhero movie. It does, so that suffers from pacing issues as well, but at least it's kind of a... My movies are also colorful and emotional. I'm full of memes. I realize what movies you're talking about. Yeah. Because he didn't write it, that's fair. I found emotionally relevant, wholesome right after starting with Trauma. yeah, he's... Well, and he did Scooby-Doo, though. Scooby-Doo, I think, set James Gunn's mind right. You know? The Watchmen, the film... You better not be talking about the show. Okay. Okay, yeah, the film. The film was messy. It was good. It had loads of good scenes. It was just not edited well together. The show can burn in hell. Swifter, your opinion now is dog shit to me. The show was one of the best shows ever in the last, decade. The show was unreal. The show was so good. It was... Nah? What didn't you like about it? The allegories were unbelievably well written. Did they cancel it? No. David Lindelof walked away from it. I've lost all trust in you now, man. That show was a goddamn... And you know what? I think the reason that he walked away from the project and he walked away from the TV show was because of Lost. When he made Lost, David Lindelof worked on that, right? First season, unreal. Amazing, right? No. The guy that worked on, like, this is guy David Linda. Is it Lindelof, like that? This guy, right? I had everything about it. They deconstructed everything, turned them into an allegory for something else. It was a sequel to Watchmen. Watchmen original, the Watchmen graphic novel, is a massive allegory for politics. It might be the most political comic book I've ever read. Oh, man, is this a joke? Yeah. Watchmen is probably the most political comic book I've ever read in my life, and it was awesome. It is a total satirization of the way that Nixon ran the country and everything to do with politics. They literally have characters killed for being gay or put into a mental asylum for being gay. The whole push towards, and at the time as well with Black Lives Matter going on, it was a perfect allegory for that, told through the medium of Watchmen. It was genius. I thought it was unbelievable. Genuinely one of the best shows I've ever watched. But here's my theory, right? He wrote Lost. He wrote Lost. You love The Leftovers? Yeah. So this guy's an amazing writer. Great writer. But he wrote Lost. And then Lost went off the rails. And he got so much shtick for it, right? He got shit on. Lost is the worst thing ever. It didn't have an ending here, blah, 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 right? I think when he made Watchmen, everyone was loving it, right? I remember everyone was like, yo, that show was awesome. And I think he went, I could take this to another season. Lost got right straight later on, but they didn't really like where season 3 went. I think he looked at it and went, you know what? I'm not making another season. I think he looked at that and went, I've got lightning in a bottle. I'm not going to do what I did with Lost. And I think that's the reason why. Because imagine it, right? Imagine you are that writer. Your biggest ever project, Lost, was beloved when it first came out. The first season was unreal. No one I know has ever disliked Lost season 1. Even season 2, great. And then you start getting shit on. It starts getting made fun of. Game of Thrones level of made fun of. So he comes to Watchmen. He has another incredible first season. And I think he looked around the room and went, nope, I'm not going through that again. I'm leaving on a high. Yep. I think he sets the pattern. Should have put a polar bear in. He had Lube Man. You can't beat Lube Man. And he did the squids. Oh, I loved it. I love that show so much. I'm a dying on a hill. Honestly, here is my solution as well, chat. I'll loop this all back around. I guess Schwifter would hate this idea, which is why I know it's good. They should have just got rid of Kang as He Who Remains, right? And brought in Woman Kang. Regina King plays She Who Remains, and she kills off all of the male Kangs, and she's unbelievably powerful, and you bring in a Marvel villain woman that is unbelievable actor. Like, I would have put my full faith in her. It would have been insane. She Who Remains. She is unreal. And then they could have kept Kang. You get rid of the actor, the problematic actor, in one fell swoop. You keep the character, and you have what I would argue a better actor comes in. That would have been great writing. Who's on the original Loki? Schwifter, I know your ass is totally wrong. People want, I feel like you're watching. I feel like I'm gonna say it, man. I think you're in like the weird, creepy, nerdy comic book circles. No one I knew disliked. What was her character's name? Loki show. Was it Sylvie? No one I know disliked Sylvie. Sylvie was everyone I spoke to. Everyone was like, Sylvie was great. What a great counterpart to Tom Hiddleston. Have some ads? Good. Pay me. Just recast another movie, and I don't think people would have cared. Yeah. Well, Kang was badly written because they had him lose to Ant-Man. You know? You can't show your big guy losing. Any variant. Kang was woke. I think he was the opposite to woke. Yeah, Thanos was ridiculously powerful. Yeah. And even in the final movie, without the stones, he comes in and he beats the shit out of the entirety of the Avengers. Yeah. He was great. Thanos was great. I mean, there is a partial shame, right? That we're now just getting the villain as Robert Downey Jr. I've heard, by the way, the one that I'm really excited to see is Fantastic Four 2025. Julia Garner. I can't wait to see her in both Weapons and Fantastic Four because she was so good in Ozark. It's like cute to see her have her big moment in the sun. Also, do you know who she looks like to me? She looks like a blonde Lisa. I think she looks just like Lisa. Or a little bit like Lisa, I should say. Which just reminds me of Lisa. So I'm like, oh, Lisa's getting really loads of success in the movie world. She's one of the best parts, is she? She's sick. It was a really good show. Yeah, Ozark is surprisingly really good. Done more with them. Oh, damn, she don't know as much. It's a ton of heart. I'm excited for that. That's what I want to watch. Not to be romantic or anything's a little gross. Yeah, Doom, I feel like... I mean, I get why they've done Doom as Robert Downey Jr., right? It's because Marvel... I was saying this to Jinx. Marvel made Endgame and thought, you know what? We can make some mediocre stuff or some experimental stuff. We don't have to spend as much money on it because we're at the height of our game. Everyone's going to watch whatever we do. And now I feel like they've just gone shit. It hasn't gone well for us. Let's spend the big bucks. Let's bring back the Russos. Let's bring back the Robert Downey Jr. Johnny wasn't opening on, and that's cool. That's cool. I'm also really pleased with that guy because he was awesome in Stranger Things. He was the best bit. Joseph Quinn was the best bit of Stranger Things in that season. Yeah. RDJ is a good use of it. Although, yeah, I don't know. He's not fit for Doom. I mean, we'll have to see. He might pull it off in a totally different way. Yeah, I hope he remains in his mask a lot of the time. I mean, they might do that. They might do that. I like the buff as hell imposing one. For me, it's all about making Doom a counterpart in intelligence to Reed Richards. That's the big important thing. Pedro was the weakest performance. He was definitely a star cast. He wasn't really cast for necessarily being the right Reed Richards, but he was, you need a front man. Yeah, they need him to be the counterpart to Reed. You know what I'll say? Very much like comment Reed. Cool. Tony face the fight with the Avengers. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, though. I think they just wanted to find a way to... I don't know how they're going to explain him looking like Tony. Yeah, Pedro Pascal's a hit and miss for me. And he's great in The Mandalorian. Really good in Game of Thrones. Joel, he was okay. I don't think he fit Joel that well. I think the story of The Last of Us is just good enough to ride on the coattails. So you can put whoever, but... I don't mind. No, I think they will address it. Looks like Tony. I think they will. Last of Us Season 1 was amazing. Last of Us show Season 1 was amazing. The episode where Bill falls in love, etc., was unreal. Yeah, Last of Us Season 1 was great. I really enjoyed it, except for that one kiss scene. Human Torch and Captain America, the same guy? No, I think they're going to acknowledge it, because the difference there is Fox versus Disney, whereas this is all within house. Name any other episode? Well, as in, to be good? I remember the entire season being good. Okay, name any episode of The Walking Dead Season 3. What the hell are you asking? The ending was great. The beginning with Sarah was amazing. What the hell are you asking me, man? Prison. You're saying the word prison. As if that's naming an episode. You can't still name one, yeah. Oh, well, give me a break. You came at me, man. I am hoping that they do less universes after this, though. You deserve it. For being right. Nah. Your ass probably didn't like The Last of Us because you're one of those weird dudes online, man. Pipe down. You know what they did in Last of Us 2? Last of Us 2 was good. Big time fits into a show. Yeah, I don't want to see any more multiverse stuff after the Secret War. It will lead to big secret. Yeah, that's good. I'm sure the show wasn't very good. Last of Us show 2, but the Last of Us 2 game was good. Someone asked who I would have put as Doom. Maybe Michael Fassbender? Matt Mikkelsen's too old. I feel like. Actually, how old is he? I imagine he's in his 60s. He's about to turn 60. What the fuck? You kind of want someone who's in their 40s. How old is Pedro Pascal? He's probably 45, right? He's 50. Yeah, you want someone a bit 10 years younger. Army Hammer. Skarsgård? That'd be cool. I want Viggo Mortensen in something. That'd be amazing. And Viggo Mortensen's also great. He's like I saw a thing recently where someone got annoyed at Viggo Mortensen because they're like, but he keeps getting too political. And I looked up his politics, and my man is like, he's been an activist for supporting Palestine since like the early 2000s, and pushing back on oil. Outspoken, just legend of a man. All the base takes. Nicholas Coster-Waldau, yeah. Some fight dudes while naked. De-agement in the new Lord of the Rings. It's a very peculiar... That movie's going to be very peculiar. I don't really... That small time frame they're setting it in, it's not the most exciting. I wonder if they're going to bring up Angmar stuff. And then do some extended bits there. I don't know. I was talking to Jinx about Lord of the Rings the other day. And, Joe loves Rings of Power. I never said that. And, I would like to see more of the Eagles. I want to see why the Eagles wouldn't do anything. The lazy shits. They got a new season announced. I would just watch the Dwarves, man. Just make a show called Dwarves. Is the reason one of the Eagles things? Well, yeah, the reason is because otherwise there wouldn't be a film. Could you take an eagle in a fight like Sam? Like one of the big eagles? Because they would have been intercepted? Nope. Nope, that's why they don't take it into Mordor. Why don't they fly? Why don't the eagles fly down to past the Gap of Rohan into Gondor? If the eagles flew down into Gondor, that whole thing would have been over. Meant to be a secret? That would have been secret. They didn't have spies. The real reason that they don't do that is there would be no plot line. They had the birds? No, the birds were sent by Isengard. This was prior to them ever learning that Isengard had betrayed. Chat, you're coming at the man here. The truth is, there is no excuse except for it's better for the movie. Fix everything? No, the ring race are about? They were on horseback. You could have flown right over the horseback. Look, the ring race aren't as good as you think. Think about it. They could not find Frodo on the same road as him. It would have been easily snuck out by the eagles. They would have known they were coming? How? How? No, they wouldn't. When? Those fucked up dragon things, though, they did... Chat, think about what you're saying. Those fucked up dragon things didn't appear until much later. They rode up north. Because they work for Sauron directly. Okay, but Sauron didn't know where Frodo was, and he's a tiny little halfling that was about 5 feet away from them. You think they're going to see the eagles? Those eagles are quick. There's a reason the eagle flew straight into Isengard and picked up Gandalf without getting shot down. Or intercepted. You don't even take him to Mount Doom. You take him down to Gondor. You take him down to Minas Tirith, and Sauron wouldn't be prepared. He wouldn't have had time to muster his army as well as. He wouldn't have had the nighttime push across the storm. Isengard might have actually betrayed Sauron because they would have been like, wait a minute, you guys have skipped past the danger. And then you work with Gondor. You don't give the ring to Gondor? Why not? Denethor was one of the strongest characters that was anti... he was totally against Sauron. His breaking point was Boromir's death. Denethor was one of the strongest mental characters. He literally fought off Sauron with a fucking Palantir and made him into a bitch. Like, literally, Denethor was the man who held the line. Gondor was trusted by Gandalf, massively trusted by Gandalf, until he saw that Denethor was broken by Boromir's death. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. I'm just saying, the truth is, it would have broken the plot. If it went to Gondor, they wouldn't have been able to destroy the ring because they would never have left them, though. To draw away Sauron's gaze? No, because they could have come up with a plan there. They could have come up with a plan there. Do you know what their plan was, Swifter? Their plan was to go to Gondor. In fact, Aragorn was like, we'll go down to Gondor. Boromir is like, yeah, I'm basically returning home. That was the plan for the Fellowship. They were going to Gondor. They were going to stop at Minas Tirith. That was their plan. They were walking and hiding and sneaking there. The ring was going to go to Gondor. That's literally the part of the plan. Yeah, it gets derailed past Moria. Yeah, exactly. They were going down to Gondor. They only had to do the gates bit because they were like, shit. Now we've given Sauron way too much time to prep. Yeah, this is the debate I'm waiting the whole time. No one has a good enough excuse for why the Eagles don't just fucking fly the ring at least down to Rohan. The truth is, Gandalf fucks up. Gandalf doesn't ask a basic request because he's too fucking high, and Saruman was right. But Saruman has spies, they only learn that afterwards. They didn't even try. Hindsight doesn't give you the reason. Eagles were busy. They literally flew down and picked up Gandalf when he was stuck on Isengard Tower. You know? The truth is, Gandalf was too high for his own fucking good, and Saruman was right about him. I'd be pissed off too if I was Saruman. Did the Eagles have the same rules as Gandalf not to intervene too much? No. They intervene. They literally intervene. They get involved in the most like direct points. I'm just saying. The truth is, Tolkien introduced a factor that he wasn't willing to come up with a good enough answers to. He just thought the idea of giant eagles was very pretty, and he had to make it up. But that's his little plot hole there. Because I agree, they shouldn't fly them down to Mordor. That's way too risky. But they could have taken them halfway. You know? They could have taken them halfway. Gandalf forgot to ask. And that genuinely, that would have solved the whole thing. If Gandalf went, oh, fuck, I didn't think about that. I would have gone, you know what? Fair enough. You know? I'd have gone, fair enough. If Gandalf just says at one point, someone goes, what about the eagles, Gandalf? And he goes, ah, shit. Yeah, probably could have. Oh, well. It would have solved it. Yeah, or just had, something where the eagles were busy. And they could only spare one. Even then, though. You know? Yeah, fuck, you're right. That would have solved it all. I was fucking cooked, yeah. Do you know what I would have done? I've had Gandalf come to the Shire with that plan in mind, and he gets so baked off of the Shire weed that he forgets. Clued sounding too much? I don't think so. The ring wraiths were bad at their job. The ring wraiths were terrible at their job. They literally asked Samwise Gamgee, Dad, whereabouts are these Baggins? He was like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, they got bitched on by the Gaffer Gamgee. He talked shit to them. And then they were like, oh, shit, okay. And then they rode off into the Shire. They're going to bring Frodo hat on? So you've just answered my question. How the hell are they going to detect it then when it's 500 feet in the air, flying through the clouds, landing in Gondor, when they're riding horses up north? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to go, oh shit. And they're going to have to send... They're going to have to send a goddamn fell beast flying all the way north. And guess what Gandalf says? 3 days to Minas Tirith, as the Felbeast flies, or as the Nazgul flies. And you better hope we don't have one of those in our tail. 3 days it was to get between the two places down south. It would have taken them several months for them to fly up north. Let's say it takes them 2 weeks to fly up north. In that time, they will destroy the ring. See you later, Rizu. Maybe it could influence them too much. Maybe. Detox Gandalf. Yeah. 2 bosses drunk. Exactly. Yep. Could the eagles have killed the Witch King of Angmar? Since they aren't men? Yeah. Yep. I'd argue that you could have had a child pull a trebuchet to knock him out of the sky. Fine words. Risu's just typing stuff to try and troll. Now no one's going to read your messages and think anything you type is real. There's only patriarchal society making such straight, yeah. How you know? Because previously you've already said, but Joe likes Rings of Power, ... as if it was an insult for me liking that show, meaning that you understand that Rings of Power is disliked and that Lord of the Rings is in a better spot. So you're only typing that to try and get a reaction now. And the only reaction I've got from you is now I'm never going to trust the word you type in the chat. I'm going to think you're always trolling. You could be saying, help. I'm being murdered right now, and I'll go, good joke, man. I got a reaction? No. You lost the reaction. Yeah. Now we know what kind of caliber of person you are now. You've cried wolf. You cried eagle. Yeah, probably was thinking your birthday yesterday. I agree with you, Herbo. I think Rings of Power has some good stuff in it. I think the dwarves are cool. But Gandalf was a bit weird. I liked him meeting I think Gandalf meeting the hobbits and that, great idea. I know they're not hobbits. They're hobbits, right? They're hobbits, right? That was okay. It was everything they did afterwards. Yeah, they didn't need that to be Gandalf. Or if they did do it as Gandalf, it would have been a cuter, smaller story there. The costumes did look bad. Galadriel starts off great. There's a lot of little things in that that's good, but most of it's crap. See you later, Risu. Thank you very much, man. Just the Forging Rings? Yeah. My least favorite part of Rings of Power is actually not the stuff that they changed. It was the focus storylines on stuff like, I didn't like Sauron as a human. I didn't like the way that he acted. I didn't like seeing Numenor. I think Numenor looked weak as shit. Because it's meant to be the epic... Like, knowing that Aragorn comes from that Numenor... makes Numenor not as exciting. It doesn't make Aragorn's line exciting. The whole first season battle was awful. Some bits were good. Seeing the elves fight some of the Baron Whites and shit like that in the first place, that was sick. That was cool stuff. They did good job there. That was cool. Seeing Galadriel first was really good. The first portions of the dwarves mining too deep, the way they portray the dwarves, that was cool. The problem with it is just everything else. The worst scene in that whole thing is the evil elf betraying Sauron. And that being legit. Yeah, they did accelerate the fall. Yeah, it was weird. It was very strange. Time skips. Yeah, I agree. They should have just turned it into like a kind of like a compendium show. You know? They could have done like a Love, Death, and Robots kind of thing in it. Told many stories. That would have been really good. Though probably not as successful. They were trying to, I mean, they're trying to get into the Game of Thrones space, right? That's really what they're trying to do. Which is strange. Because they didn't do anything like it. Yes, we have been staring at Arnie Hammer whilst we've been discussing this. Let's look at the success of Naked Gun whilst we talk. It just went up by 1% too. So just wait until it's finished? Yeah, wait until it's finished. There's some cool scenes. Honestly, Naked Gun's got to be amazing. I'm really excited to see what the audience score is, though, after tomorrow. Because I've got a feeling the audience score is going to be good on this. You know? It's usually critics that don't like comedies. Audience score, they're always a bit more willing to be like, you know what? I had fun. I've got no stakes. So I feel like this movie's going to do great. I think this ends in the 80s, 90s. Which is crazy good for a comedy. Chad, do you want to see something fucked about my new place? So this is a... This is my new kitchen, right? Nice big kitchen, decent size. Happy with it, right? Do you like that fridge at the end? Because me and Jinx did. Weird shape. Okay, you guys are... Okay, that's not the problem with it. It's not weird. It's normal size. That's a normal looking. That's a fridge. That's what we thought. It's a boiler. Our fridge is in this fucking cupboard here to the left. It's a good kitchen. Anyone who's sitting there saying it's a good bad kitchen, what the hell are you on about? So we got a fucking tiny ass fridge. That's our boiler over there. And we were like that. We were sure that was our fridge. So we only had one look around. So we got like a small ass fridge. Now we have to fucking bring in a goddamn external fridge. We've got a good gap past the thing on the right, but didn't open it. We did one viewing. I opened every door. Look, okay, it didn't happen. We toured the place. Yes! Yes! We had one viewing. Oh, yeah, it's a nice kitchen. Yeah, anyone who doesn't think it's a nice kitchen is out of their mind. It's a great kitchen for two low-earning people. Yeah, never seen a boiler kitchen. Nor had I. That's what we thought. Because we're like, of course, that's got to be the outstanding cupboard at the end. That's got to be the fridge. That makes sense. It looks like a fridge. They said, yeah, you got, fridge, you got a washing machine, that kind of thing. I'm like, cool. That makes sense. Is this space button? Yes. Well, left here? Yeah, but we're going to probably put it there over to the right. There's a good space there for a fridge. It's a fridge any freezer? They say it's a fridge freezer, which makes me worried. Makes me way too skinny to be a fridge. Okay, now I can tell you're American. A lot of fridges in the UK look like that. Chat, okay? Americans have to have 4 times the size fridge because you guys eat 8,000 calories a day. Shut the hell up. That's what a fridge looks like usually. That's a normal fridge. It looks like a fridge. Have fun with the movie. Thanks, Bubba. Yeah, we've got lots of counter space. Lots of cooking space, which is good. But we got fricked. It's very uncommon because everyone takes their kitchen with them. Wait, what does that mean? No, that isn't a tiny fridge. Our tiny fridge is in this. This is a tiny fridge. Wattage outlet? Probably. We got a tiny fridge. That's the real answer there. Like, I'll show you my fridge space. Hold on. Look, this is how small my fridge is. So I'm gonna have to pull a fridge in. That's our fridge. Washing machine, hobo. Yeah. That's tiny, right? It's like a mini fridge. Yeah, so we're gonna have to get a fridge and organize a fridge ASAP. I mean, this will last us long enough to, like, for the first few days making food. Though also the problem is, really we want to buy a fridge, or at least buy some people to move it up to our place for us. We could fit one left of it, yeah. There's a space further back. I can show you that. There's a space further back as well where we can put a fridge. No. Jinx, you're okay with me showing the kitchen, right? You can fit it with Lunchables, yeah. Okay. So we've got a space right here opposite the washing machine to the left here. That's where I put the fridge. We put a nice fridge there, and it'll be all in the kitchen. That'd be fine. But yeah, we got fucked. Yeah, that's where the fridge goes, yeah. There's American washing machine. No, chat, this is not as a British person. Like, a lot of America... Okay, chat. We are renters. We are poor. This is not a case of, like, there's a lot of houses in the UK that will have washing machines and utility rooms. We are renting. This is an apartment. That's a normal in an apartment. Yeah. I don't know what you guys are expecting. We're renting an apartment. Utility room, yeah, that's for full houses. But yeah, we're pretty good. Your Twitch stream and all the Twitch runs. I'm on minimum wage. Me and Jinx are on minimum wage. Yeah, UK rentals have a lot of washing machines, usually. The one we can't find is we can't get a dishwasher. I'd love a dishwasher because there's only one dishwasher in my house, and that's me. Because Jinx goes, it's my least favorite thing to do. The stream room's nice? I think so. I won't spoil those right now, though. Yeah, we could get a mini fridge as well, but the problem is as well, I think the freezer was just that top shelf. They're good for sponsors, yeah, it's true. But the problem is, Jinx, that we've got, even if we find, because I found on like websites where we can kind of we can buy a cheaper fridge. The problem is we have to deliver it ourselves and carry it up. And that's going to be really tough. I don't know if we can do that. So that's why I'm always tempted to just look at buying a fridge so we can get some delivery guys to lift it up and put it where we want. You had a bigger fridge for granola? Yeah, thanks, Faye. You're a man? I ain't carrying no fucking fridge. Three more mini fridges? Yeah. You already have a mini fridge shirt? Yeah, that's just... yeah. So it's tough to say. Because I found like second-hand fridges we could buy. But it'd be the case of picking them up and moving them ourselves. Newer fridges do not weigh as much, really? No, we can't move the boiler. Yeah, I feel like fridges are like the heaviest thing. Also, we're gonna have a staircase and like a turn and a staircase before we get into our apartment because we're on like a upper floor. So that's the bit I'd be most worried about. If we were just straight ground floor, I wouldn't mind moving a fridge. Already wrecked? That's interesting. You're not neighbors? I don't know yet. We don't know. I got no man. No worries. What's that shrimp? A task rabbit? Isn't that a sex toy? I don't know if that's going to help with the lift. Every time I've done it, it's two people and a dolly. Like a little dolly. Like, are you calling like a dolly? Like, as in like... Yeah, okay, on like wheels. Or car things, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, one of these. How the hell did you get that up a staircase, though? Like Uber? Oh, that's pretty cool. Pivot, pull, and push. You lift. Fuck me. You put it up. I think when I finish streaming a bit, because I'm probably going to stream finish pretty early, I might look if we can get one Jinx for moving in. Because my brother's driving a van for us. I've rented a van out. My brother's driving it. Nope. No, a second one. And whilst I've got my brother, maybe I can do it. If my ass can get a sofa up 4 floors, you can move a fridge. Yeah. Can you get a crane and get it through the windows? This is going to be stressful, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I also want to cook a lot. That tiny fridge is just so fucking small. When they sold it to us, they're probably like, yeah, you're good? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, once it's all set and decorated. It's going to take us a while to do that. Your boxes are half the size you thought they were? Your tiny fridge is insane, yeah. I'm gonna come and see you later, Jinx. I could bring boxes down with me, but I only have like 2 left. I have 3 left. Thank you, Albie. Bring the 3 if I can. On the train? Wait, I'll bring my bags. That's what I'll bring, Jinx. I bought these moving bags. I'll show you what they look like, chat. Like these. I bought some of these. Like ones like this. You had 4 boxes up? Yeah, you know. These should be good for you, Jinx. I'll bring a bunch of those down. Yeah. I'll bring a bunch of those down. That'd be easier than bringing the boxes, because the boxes are fucking, like, nearly as tall as me when they're not made, right? So it'd be carrying that onto a train. It'd be awful. Make sure you bubble wrap. Yeah, I can. Do you want me to bring bubble wrap as well, Jinx? I can cut off a big bit. Sure, okay. Someone might break dance on them. I'll bring bubble wrap and I'll bring some of these bags down. That should help you out. Yeah, last one. What I'm doing is I'm going down to see Jinx today. We're picking up the keys tomorrow. We're moving all of her stuff tomorrow. Then I'm coming home, packing up the rest of my stuff, like my computer, my green screen, my aircon unit, my virtual reality. And then picking up the van on Saturday, packing the van up. I'm putting all of my expensive shit in my parents' car because they drive slow as shit. My computer and my VR in there. And they can just coast. No, we might actually be good for Sunday, DD. I do need your desk though, Jinx. The spare one. Welcome to the seat? Yeah, goddamn right. I said you treat this like a child. Do you have room for VR? Yeah. Yeah, we got a decent room. I can show you my office if you want, chat. You want to see? That's where my office space gonna be. So it's kind of like... Where is it? Allen keys. No, I probably do need to bring on. I'm trying to see if this guy got a good photo. I guess this is the view you're gonna have, chat. Because there's a back wall which is being not in the shot because he's taking it from the back wall. This is what you'll see in the background, that kind of thing. So I'm building everything here and then building a lot of stuff in the back. I'm going to probably put like a big D&D table and shit in the back. So I have plenty of lighting and stuff. So this is where you'll literally see that on the camera. Yeah, the skylight should be nice. So I'm going to put all of my desk on the side that you guys are seeing right now. Sorry, the wall that this is against. And then I'm thinking the middle of the area, I might try and make a big old D&D kind of tabletop table. That's a 6-foot door. Or higher than 6 foot. Yeah, it's a nice large room. And Jinx has got an equal room. Oh, it's double the size of the room I'm in now. Obviously, but it's obviously... height-wise, it's probably taller, but where the curve comes down gets probably a bit smaller. But that's probably like, I don't know, like above the door, that's probably about 13 feet. And so Jinx gets her own office as well. Me and Jinx both get an office. 7 foot tall, yeah. So it's pretty tall. Rain sounds, yeah, that should be pretty sick. The only issue with this room is my aircon unit is like a portable one. I don't think I'd be able to get the pipe out the window there. But yeah, it should be good. This is technically a bedroom. But we're basically turning the bedrooms into our own offices. Duct tape can fix anything. You can open those skylights, yeah. Longer pipes. Yeah. Yeah. Might just have to do a long one. I mean, even if they open just a smidge, I can just put it in the corner and then, like, you know. Yeah. Yeah, but it should be nice. We're pretty happy with it. We got, like, for the price we're paying and stuff, we got a nice 3-bedroom. Where do you shit? I've got 2 toilets. We've got 2 bathrooms. For the chair rolling, I might get one of those mats. Although I'm on a carpet now. I'm so used to being on a carpet in an office. 2 for Joe and Jinx, yeah. He has to build up a lot of quick crispy. That's what I'm hoping. I'm really hoping it's nice and hot. Sorry, and cold in there. We'll see. Effects of the carpet. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. We'll see. You'll probably see this on Sunday because our internet should be there tomorrow, and they said it should be an easy just fit, and then we'll I'm not gonna like the first thing I'm gonna be getting out is the desk, computer, all that kind of shit, and then I'll stream it on Sunday. Stream Sabby Room. The office, I don't have everything for it. So the Ethernet too. I bought a 30-meter Ethernet cable because I feel like I'm going to be that far away from the router. So the first stream will be ugly because it's just I'm gonna get my desk sorted, the computer and everything sorted, all the internet sorted, everything on there, and then so I can do Sunforged, but we should be up and running for the week, for sure. As long as there's no hiccups. 8% called up? Yeah. I imagine it's going to be similar to me. Yeah, but it should be good. I'm excited. It should be fun. I'm so scared. Juxtaposition. The juxtaposition of that was so funny. Cat 5 or Cat 6? I don't know. Me look. Okay, Jinx, you've gone crazy. Do you know what's really annoying? My car, I just got a new card. Apparently this is UTP internet patch cable compatible with Cat 5/Cat 7. It's a Cat 6. I got Cat 6. Is that good? It's not going to happen, Jinx. Cat 6, is that fine? Okay. Okay, yeah. A new car? Okay. I know better. Okay. Okay, good. I didn't look at that before. I just saw 30 meters and bought it. There's a lot of cats. Only cats. Okay. Yeah, we're I know it's gonna be exciting, chat. We're gonna be in a really fun space. I mean, the crazy thing here, chat. I'll show you this. And let me see if I can do a speed test that doesn't dox my IP. Yeah, this one doesn't. I don't think. Let me just do it first. Well, this one's showing low megabits. It's just the standard built one into Google on my upload. Yeah, I'll just show you this one because I think the other one, I think that Ookla one shows your IP. But my upload's actually closer to 8 here. Still not great, but it's 8. That's what I usually get. All right. But I usually get about 47 down. Right? I'm going from that to 1,000 down, and then, I don't know, 100 and something, 200, 300, I don't know, up. I stream like this. I can't, it's going to be so fucking exciting. It's going to be so goddamn exciting. Like, legit, yesterday, I wanted to play Grounded. I was downloading Grounded from 5 p.m. until, like, when it released, until, like, 6:40. Not anymore. Not anymore. When it works Virgin, that's true. But then, what's good here? He's more excited about the internet version than me? Yes! Oh, really? Okay, good. Yeah, no, Albie, I can download in time. Yeah, I might even just... There'll be times I'll just download a game, just uninstall it. Yeah. Also, what a fucking lie Google is. Your internet connection is fast? Really? Really, Google? Liars. Oh, just to uninstall it. Yeah, nice wave. Would you be jealous if I kept the cuddle pillow? How available was fiber? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're getting in a new place, right, Jake? So we've got fiber, I assume. It's pretty available if you're in near cities and stuff. Where I live in the countryside. I live beside horses and shit. Such a shame there's no pets allowed. Yeah, I'll do an uninstalling game stream. You got less than 20% of that in my apartment? Oof. Yeah, it's gonna feel good, Morpheus. Also, got better places that will deliver to us. Better food. Closer to, like, literally a couple minutes on the bus. We get to a cinema. Get to everything we need. It's gonna be beautiful. Convince Sam? I'll tell you this at least, chat. We're going further away from Sam. My mum has delivered this to me already. That's Normal Ghost Kitchens. Technically more, but way more normal kitchens. Well, I say that. Sam can still drive to me. And if we learn to drive, then I can drive to Sam. But going to see Sam will be hefty. I'm closer to Sam where I am now. Nando's stopped delivering, but then they came back. Sarah. Thank God. And this, I still can get Nando's in the new place. In fact, I can get to Nando's within 2 minutes on a bus. And that's all I care about. Maybe some days I'll just go to Nando's. Have it hot. What are you telling me? You goddamn right I have. Don't do streaming farm? Sam ages ago asked that if we should just come. Well, specifically, he was asking me because I was like, I want to move out soon. He was like, why don't you come? You build a little place of mine. And I was like, I don't want to do that. It'd be nice to live with like on his land and be his annoying neighbor, but I didn't want to build the whole streamer place there. How did the bus compare to sprint into Nando's? It's a little tougher, to sprint. And his IRL stream, we can. You appear in this tree's mine. Nice one doing D&D. UK Stream Village. The thing is, if you go and live on Sam's land, you don't have a house, though. You'd have to... Like, his sister's built a whole storage container thing, where she's converted those. I'm good. You build like my Minecraft. That's how you build his. You'd be 10 foot away telling you you'd be there soon. It's true. Yeah. No, it's exciting. It's exciting. I think for me and Jinx, it's a case of like, this is our stepping stone place. Like, we'll probably find a nice one down the line. We're pretty happy with getting like 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and everything. We didn't get any garden. But we're pretty happy with that for the price we're paying. Pretty good. I don't have to go through this again. You are going to. Unless we break up horrendously. In which case you still go through it anyway. Yeah, you're going to have to go through this regardless. Just in one of them, I'll be smiling. If we break up, chat, that's... You're pissed off at me. But it is not the most exciting news, chat. The most exciting news is the fact that the Naked Gun is at 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, I didn't watch this goat trailer. Should I watch this? What is this? No, joke's on you, Tier Brand. We don't have a couch yet. Yeah, not yet. It's pretty much going to be empty. Like, I've got 7 full boxes. Jinx is going to hate this. And they are genuinely filled up with books and board games. I've got a fuckload. But it does mean the background should look sick. And 1 Coke can, not a Coke can. Coke bottle. He really is Pete. I hope you're transporting the Golem LP safely. Do you actually want to know the truth there? I've got the Golem case they sent me all the way. I'm putting the Golem vinyl in with my expensive stuff. In my parents' car. Yeah. I can't risk losing that. That Golem vinyl, I'm putting it in the back. I'm going to put it in a plaque. Oh, I tell you what, I do need to take off my wall. My Lord of the Rings map. But yes. Rainy! What the fuck? Rainy! Good luck with the move, Rainy! That's so sweet of you. Thank you, pal. I guess we're doing the flag learning stream. Thank you, Rainy. That's extremely kind. Hey, he heard the Friends music come on. That's why. Thank you so much. This is like the one where Joey and Chandler take Monica and Jennifer Aniston, Rachel's apartment. Thank you, Rainy. That's extremely kind, dude. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm putting you down on the Rainy. You are going to be a big name in the old D&D prep one. If you don't know, gifting subs is being used for helping build a D&D city for the villain campaign. So the more subs gifted, those people get to design like the cities, like counts or like the major ports. So, yeah, Rainy, you just brought yourself straight into buying a city in my D&D world. We could even make something called the Rainy Passage. Like, it being meta is fine by me because it's funny. Because it's the villain campaign, it's meant to be stupid. If you're at the top, let me check, actually. You might not be at the top. Let me check. When I created background, That's okay. Maybe the city was as well when it was made. Thank you again, Rainy, by the way. 4Z, thanks so much for the 5 drop, too. It's the Friends music, man. Thank you very much, 4Z. I do, too, as well. Boy. Oh, 6 drop. Sorry. My apologies, my friend. It's the 6 drop. Thank you, bud. Do you want support? Well, thanks. I appreciate it. It's very kind. It's extremely kind. Very generous. The corporate set. I'd say, yeah, true. Let me see who's on the current rankings of it. Where's my conversation with Sarah? Here it is. I don't know if I can show you the document check because it might just, if we link the address of it, it might, you know, blah blah. It immediately puts you in the top runners. Hug Hunter technically gifted 140. Oh wait, no, Rainy gifted 92 prior to this. No, Rainy's now at the top. Moosh, thanks so much for the 5. That's very kind. Thank you, bud. It's locked to just you and me. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is so if you're wondering, like, hey, I've gifted subs in the last like month. This is our current like we're noting it down. We have to add the ones just now. I've actually got a few I've got to add. Thank you very much for those. Like Raisu. Has he? No, he's a new addition. When you do that, I don't remember, man. Rainy goes up to, what, 142? 4Z, you should be on here already. Yeah, it goes up to 16. I'll organize all it afterwards. And Moosh is on his summer already, I believe. Moosh. Was that Moosh's first drop? Oh, well, Moosh, welcome to the list. Oh, guys, that's very sweet. Thank you, guys. That's very sweet. Holy shit. Holy shit. Demon Wolf with a 10 drop. Are you already on him? I'm just doing Control F. There you go. We'll put them into the actual right category. Thank you very much, man. And then Chili coming in with the... Is it 20 drop? Jam, dude. Chili, you're already on here, I think, right? Yeah, there you are. Knock you up to the 30, up to the top. We'll organize it. And then running tally. Okay, yeah. I'll just keep updating their names. Thank you very much, Chili. Thank you so much for that. That's very, very kind. Same with you, Demon. That's very sweet. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. What do I do? These are so this is the chat town donor list. So when we build the town, which is I'm probably going to do that next week, chat, because there's nothing really going on in the next week. So maybe next like Wednesday, Thursday, or something, Friday. We're taking this list, and also subscribers in general get to input, but this will be like the prior list. I'll message everyone first. I'm going to DM everyone on Twitch, each person on this list, letting you guys know the date to come out and how long I'm doing it for. Well, thank you so much, Chile. I appreciate it. Joe Fridge Fund. True. That's actually true. Thanks, guys, for helping me buy a fridge. What we're going to do is on the day, I'm basically going to build a town, and you guys are named like the factions, the leaders, everything in this, or city. And the people that have donated the most will get to, like, they'll be deciding if it's run by a mayor, by a council, by a, but maybe it's by a lord, maybe it's an independent, this could be a king that has an independent city-state, you know? They get to decide that. Yo, Demon, man, what the hell? You're well ahead now. Thank you so much, my dude. That's extremely kind. Thank you, bud. That's very sweet. That's very, very sweet. I appreciate the hell out of that. Taking his 9th place? That's true. No, you'll be... yeah, that's true. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. That's very kind. Thank you, bud. Thank you for all those gifts. I didn't expect that. I was just chilling. So you guys will get to decide, like, everything... everything in terms of, like... buildings and shops and all that kind of stuff. There is a couple of disclaimers. I get to veto if it's really stupid. Like, I want it to still be, they're going to go there in-game, and they'll see the city. So if the city is literally called twitch.tv/Joe Fudge, I'm going to veto that. You know? But if you want to make, like, a shop that is, like, you have a fun idea for it, it'll be there. The other thing is, I can't guarantee the players will go there. They'll definitely meet at least the leaders of the city, so that the people who donated the most subs, they'll definitely meet them. They might kill them immediately, but they will meet them. But if they walk past the potion store you had a good little thought on, and you enjoyed making, then I'm sorry. Google Sheets? No, this is all just Sarah being able to organize it. It's fine. Let me move this out of the way. Date for the campaign yet? I'm looking for the end of August if we can. I mean, subject to... Basically, when I move into the new place, that's when I can organize a date. Who's going to play? The group is... Jinx, playing her first ever D&D. Strippin returns. Juniper, first D&D of mine she's ever played in. Kraken, and Charborg. Now, percent what DM makes players walk past. Yes, if your shop gets walked past by the players and they ignore it entirely, just know that you've experienced what I've experienced. Podcast. It's gonna be a really fun group. Sammy White of that. Yes, bear in mind this is a villain campaign, chat. They're all playing the evil villains of this world. It's all set in Tropia. I don't know if I have a map of Tropia right now. Let me see. Tropia. I think Levo will probably have it. It's a comedy-based campaign. Here you go. This is our map. So the Dungeon Keeper level is a comedy theme. Yes. Yes, exactly. Dungeon Keeper kind of style. So, this is the map. And it's... The idea is that this map will slowly, progressively just get destroyed as they go through this content. It's a comedy-based campaign. Lots of tropes, hence the land is called Tropia. It is all about the idea that the villains have been losing this whole time. Good has finally banished villains to beyond a great wall. The very bad wall. And they've realized, wait a minute, the heroes all got to team up, why don't we? And so it's kind of like Suicide Squad, but they're not really being held against their will. They're kind of doing this because they want to take it back. And so each player was basically given a, hey, you can play any species you want. If you want to play like a beholder, if you want to play a dragon, you can do all these creatures. You're just at your lowest power, and we're going to build you back up again. So they're all playing villains, and the big villains of this campaign, for their villains of this campaign, are the heroes. So all of the character classes of Dungeons and Dragons will be the hero and big bosses of this campaign. So this city that I'm building with you, chat, we get to decide where it is. They will go there. There is a chance they destroy it all. It will be a villain city, though. This will be a city where the villains like to go. Who got the loot? That's fun. So it should be a really fun campaign. Lots of stupid stuff. Lots of good times. And we'll probably start at the end of next month. Because we've got everyone's artwork in. And I can tell you, all 5 of them are playing very different characters. And they're all awesome. Yeah, very tropey, comedy-based, silly, villainous, yes. Like a Tortuga, yeah. But you could do loads of stupid shit there. Like, instead of a potion shop, it's literally the poison shop, you know, and like, hey, come around the back. And you go around the back and they're like, I've also got some of these. And then they show you some healing potions in a coat, you know? Like, it'll be the flip side of things. A Sork one, that's fun. But yeah, so this is all starting up soon. Who's in the campaign? Kraken, Juniper, Strippin, Jinx, and Charbok. And it's Jinx and Charbok's first ever time playing D&D. Good crew. Should be a really fun one. Yeah, that will be starting probably in the next month. And I think we're looking at doing Thursdays, chat. Thursdays. Maybe a little bit later than when Godforge starts. So. All right, chat. I got to get some stuff done today before I head over down to the little ones. And you can be any monster, yeah. And any guests coming in can basically play any monster they want. We got some fun things. I'll be back to not tomorrow, Sunday, probably Sunday. I'm 60% sure I can stream on Sunday for Dungeons and Dragons. I'll kind of find that out tomorrow. Forzy, thanks so much for the 5 drop. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, Forzy. It's very sweet of you. Let me put you up on the list here. Thank you so much, bud. Enjoy the move. Thank you, pal. Thanks so much for all that generous subs, etc. today, chat. We literally just got another, 100 subs. It's crazy. Thank you so much for pushing us closer to 1K again. Very, very kind of you. The next time you see me, we'll be in the new place. Everything, now that this move's out of the way, we're going to do the big revamp. It's going to be focused. The new campaign. Some of my other game shows coming back. Smaller campaigns. Lots of fun content to come. Hopefully cooking streams at some point. Will we see on Sunday? Hoping yes, but it depends. I don't know yet. So we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys maybe Sunday. If not, whenever our internet comes, I'll see you guys then. Much love, everybody. Take care. I'll send you guys on to someone. Let me raid someone. Oh, I know who can raid. Maybe I shouldn't. Should we raid Snow during all the drama, chat? Or was that bad vibes? He's got 2K viewers. It's not like he needs it, but... What drama? GTA drama. Nah. If you want to go and see the story behind that, if you're a little GTA fan, then go there. I'm not going to raid into it. I should probably avoid all the drama. I ain't involved. I ain't involved. It's not my shit, but Snow's streaming that now. I'll send you guys on to someone. Who's streaming? Okay, let's send you over to Don't Sip the Tea, It's Unhealthy. Well, it's fun to look at all the drama from the outside in. Let's raid Bree. Go and enjoy Bree, everyone. She's doing some just chatting right now. I think she just started up probably half an hour ago. No, 8 minutes ago. She's literally just started. So go and enjoy Bree, everyone. I'll see you guys on hopefully Sunday. Okay? Hopefully Sunday. Much love, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.